Hello friends, I'm in Savannah for the day and I'm rushing over to try to get some fried chicken at this place that I found out about. They're closing in about, by the time I get there, they'll be closing in 20 minutes. So I'm hoping that they'll still serve me some fried chicken. My day in Savannah might be a little confusing if you are following along at home, so let's go through this map really quickly. I started by parking here on Liberty Street. Next, I headed post-haste to Collins Quarter in Forsyth Park for that delicious chicken and waffles. After my meal, and after a meander past the oldest tree in the big church, I hired a car to Bonaventure Cemetery. That adventure is available next week. After which, I hired a car back to Broughton Street for my dessert reservation. Post-sugar intake, I wandered along the relaxing Savannah River. Next, now that I could really take my time, I wanted to really experience all of those wonderful little parks in the historic district which pop up every 3 or 4 blocks. So I walked down Bull Street from the river all the way back to Forsyth Park. After taking a more leisurely jaunt around this substantial, gorgeous park, I started walking back towards my Jeep. But I wanted to say goodbye properly to Savannah that evening, so I thought I'd take one last stroll through Chippewa Square, otherwise known as Forrest Gump Park. All right, now that you know my route, let's jump into the episode. So this is what Savannah is known for. Are these parks. I don't know how many they have. I'll find that out. And they're just beautiful, and the Spanish moss is dripping down. And that one is Madison Square that we just walked through. The first one we walked through. This little park is called Monterey Square. So this is Forsyth Park. This is the big park, and we're gonna come back. But food first. So where we're heading is the Collins Quarter on Forsyth Park. Hopefully we'll be able to get in. I mean, it's right before 3 when they're shutting down, probably to get ready for evening. So we'll see. Probably the best time to go, if we're gonna go, is when it's not a lunch rush. All right, we made it. We'll go back and look at those other spots later. Cover those spots we quickly ran through. But we're gonna get some fried chicken and waffles. All right. Here's what I got. Looks good, doesn't it? Can't wait to try this out. A little sweet and sour action going on here. Will this fit in my mouth is the question. So good. Now we can relax because this was a timed event. I had to get over here before 3. Now we can just sort of take our time and look around. The waiter, Tyson, told me that over by this SCAD sign is one of the oldest trees. It's like over 100 years old. And I got a reservation tonight to something called Better Than Sex Dessert Restaurant. That was that SCAD sign. I'm wondering if this is the tree here. Sure looks old, doesn't it? This live oak is estimated to have taken root in the early 1700s. The surrounding land was home to hospitals from 1819 to 1980. The grounds have housed orchards, cattle, and prisoners of war. This tree has seen some things. My waiter, Tyson, also said that there was a great church nearby. This is the church that was the nearest to the restaurant. Wesley Monumental United Methodist Church. Let's see if the doors are open. See if we can peek inside. Nope, not open. So we're just enjoying it from the outside. I think I need to just sit down for a moment and get my bearings in one of these really nice parks. I don't know which one this is. So this is Calhoun Square. Oh, look, there's they have these trolleys all over the place that you can get, take you on a tour. I mean, the main part is pretty walkable, I gotta say, if you don't mind walking, which I don't. But you could also take that trolley to get around. I gotta say, I came here on a pretty good day. The temperature's pretty mild. You know, it's a little humid, but I think it can be pretty hot and humid here sometimes in August. Well, September now. At this point, I went to Bonaventure Cemetery, but please do come back next week for that adventure. So, the place I'm going is on Broad Street, which is a shopping street. We're just gonna cross the street over here. Definitely got a theme going on. All right, so I ordered my dessert. My waiter asked if he could talk dirty to me, and I said sure. So, interesting banter with the waiter. I guess you can say yes or no. Towards the Riverwalk. So now I'll take some steps down to the Riverwalk. So here we are on the Riverwalk. Full bridge behind us. Ship. Let's take a walk. These people seem to be setting up for some sort of show. Savannah Convention Center across the way. Steamboats are fun. Whew. So we've come from the river, and now we're walking towards Forsyth Park. And we want to see all these little parks along the way. This is Johnson Square. Really breaks things up beautifully. I think it's 7. That beautiful spire is from the Independent Presbyterian Church of Savannah. Collins Quarter Bar. I wonder if they are owned by the same people that own the restaurant that I ate at today. Chippewa Square. This one's got a cool statue. Is he a pirate? I hope he's a pirate. General James Edward Oglethorpe, who in this day of 12th day of February 1733 founded and established the colony of Georgia. He looks like a pirate. This square also, by the way, was the place where Forrest Gump was filmed, but I think the actual bench is in a museum. I think that bar and building is called the Artillery. Very unique looking building. ghost tours here. Sorrel Weed House. The Sorrel Weed House is purported to be the most haunted house in the most haunted city. And here we have Madison Square. It's just a few blocks from the other square, see? It's Chippewa right over there, I believe. It's so cool the way it's set up. Every couple of blocks is, in the historic district anyway, is one of these beautiful squares. East Jones Street. Check out this street. Isn't this an amazing street? Beautiful. I'm standing in the middle of it, so I better keep moving. I understand the best time to come is like October, April. It's September 2nd now. It's hot. It's 82. It's 7:30 at night. Very humid, but it's not too bad. It's really romantic and fun. This little park is called Monterey Square. And each one has a little different flavor. Like this one's more expansive, a little more open area in the center. It still has the wonderful trees on the outside. This one has some beautiful houses and this church around it. I mean, can you imagine if you lived right there where that red door is and you walked out and this was your backyard basically, or front yard I guess, and then you had just all these other really amazing buildings around you. It seems like a proper car for Savannah. Look at this wraparound porch. And then finally here we are at Forsyth Park. Oh look, wedding papers being taken down there. That's neat. This park has a lot of acreage. It's large. You're not going to walk the whole park. Now we come to some wide open spaces. Just so you get an idea, I've gone through about half the length of the park. I mean, you can see the sides. That would be fun to live over there too, on the park. But the length is quite long, and we've done about half of it. Next, we'll head back up to the Jeep, but maybe pass through Chippewa Square first, otherwise known as Forrest Gump Park. Ooh, a theater. It is America's oldest theater, in fact. Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get inside. Thank you for being my friend this week. I'll see you next week. By the way, very quickly, if you like the show, consider Buy Me a Coffee to help support the show. Buy Me a Coffee is a great way for creators and artists to accept one-time support or membership ongoing from their fans for the price of a coffee. Go to buymeacoffee.com/BrainFire to help the show. Thank you.
I wanna buy a Winnebago and get out of here to where the weather is clear. We'll take some coffee and some bagels and get out of here to where the